Right, boys and girls, I'm not going to do a YouTube live before your mock exam. I just don't think I'll be able to, because my sleep pattern's all over the shop. So I thought I'd record this short video that you can play before you get there. Hopefully you get a chance to watch it. The things that I say mostly apply to year 11 and to year 10, who are both doing mocks in the same week. Even though you're not doing the same papers, you are doing the same topics. So point number one, for the 4-mark question, this is for year 11, who have a 4-mark question, year 10 don't. For the 4-mark question, just do it in one sentence. You would ideally have 4, but just do one sentence and move on. You can actually get 2 marks out of 4 just with that one sentence if it's a good one. But the reason why I'm saying for you to do this is because of timing. You can afford to lose 4 marks or 3 marks, but you need to get to the big 16 marker at the end of both papers. So that's somewhere where you can save a bit of time, hopefully, by not skipping a question, putting something there, but then moving on and coming back to it at the end. Number 2, focus on the question. Then I will be looking to see that you've underlined whatever happens when you're sat there in the exam hall. Underline what you think are the key questions in the answers, the key words in the question, and use those words over and over again in the answer. I can't stress to you how important that is. It comes up on the exam report in every bit. Students focus on the question. Focus on the question. And example answers often have it there. You can see the students have underlined it, so you do it. 3. Another thing that comes up time and again in the exam, in the examiner's report, is the use of connectives. This led to this. This meant that. As a result of this. Therefore. Thus leading to. This contributed to. This sparked. This was important because. The list goes on and on and on. You need to get yourself a bank of connectives, and you can rewind this and steal the ones I've just given you. Make sure they're in your answers, especially for paper 2. They're relevant for every single question. 4. For the American West paper, both year 11 and year 10 are doing the American West paper. It's true, they are. You need to have a good sense of chronology. You need to know what happened when, or you're in trouble, because the question will maybe give you, it's probably going to give you a time frame of just a few years. Maybe 5, 2, 3, not many. You need to know what happened in those times. Whether the question's on the cattle industry, the Plains Indian Wars, the Mormons, whatever it is, you need to know what happened when. Find a timeline off the internet, better still, make your own, memorise what happened when in the American West, or you'll get stitched up. And 5, for my tips for the mock exam, is for the Plains Indian paper. Do remember that conflict with the Native Americans comes up every single time. It comes up every single time. The cattle industry, very likely to come up. Migration and all the things that come with migration. The thing about the American West paper is, unlike some of the other papers, like say crime and punishment, pretty much everything comes in there somewhere. And there's always a big question on the Plains Indian Wars. Now you haven't been taught about the Great Sioux War and the Battle of Little Bighorn. So that's not going to be any mock exam. But that's only the little bit, the big bit, at the end of the Plains Indian Wars. There's lots of other things about the relationship with the Plains Indians, Little Crow, Red Cloud, blah blah. Have a look at all of those, the ones that we've looked at, the massacres and blah blah blah. And make sure you learn the Plains Indian Wars, but all the rest of it as well that we've done. So as a last rundown, but I've not introduced you to this person, have I? This is Annie Primrose Elizabeth Otway. And she was born on Wednesday last week, so she's only, 5 days old, as we are now. And as you can see, she's no end of trouble. She looks angelic now. She kept me awake for most of the last 5 days. Okay, those are all my hints and tips. Hope you're having a decent time up at school. I hope I get some sleep soon before I come back, or I'm going to look very tired. And yeah, there we go.